Hey, it's Scott from San Marcos Makes. Today we are going to make a Minecraft pickaxe, but using a technique so that we need to make 1 inch by 1 inch squares. It really doesn't matter about the size as long as it is a square and you're able to make many of them. So I'm going to venture to say we're going to make about 40 of them. So as long as you can make whatever size, I have 2 sizes. I tried 1.5 inches, it was too big, so I left with a 1 inch square. This is what we're after, that 1 inch perfect square. So today's video is going to show you, using a table saw and a crosscut sled, how to make repeatable cuts. Very important in woodworking. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is get our wood into strips. So we are going to be making rip cuts, not cross cuts. In order to make the cross cuts, we've got to have something, we got to rip these boards down. So if you don't know, these are rip cuts. This is where you're going to use your rip fence. Cross cut is when you're crossing the grain. So that is where we're going to set up. Now, my table saw is not the best when it comes to the fence. I have to make adjustments on both sides. The fence moves a lot. This is the #1 thing I hate about my fence. So I'm going to have to measure it from here, so that I make a perfectly accurate cut. For my example, I'm going to do it 1 inch. So I'm going to pull out the tape measure and get this to exactly 1 inch. Let's do that. Okay, so the fence is set up. I'm exactly 1 inch all the way across. So I'm going to be doing a ripping action. Make sure that the wood stays even with the fence, and you're going to rip as many as you can do. Definitely want to think about safety, so whatever push sticks you have, you want to use them, earring protection, and use something to cover those eyes. All right, so let's rip these up. All right, so that was your rip cuts, and if we measure them, you'd see they're all inch, and they are extremely close to being dead on accurate. So that is good. So next we got to make them cubes. So we're going to remove the rip fence and put on the crosscut sled. So I just recently made this crosscut sled. This is the one, if you follow Woodworking for Mere Mortals, the one he recently, Steve Ramsey, did on his channel. So here's the way a sled works. So you do have sliders that go into your table saw, and the idea is that you can make your cuts. You don't have to worry about kickback. This particular design does have even kind of a safety, keeps your hands away. It even has an extra block back here to keep your hands away. So how do we make repeatable cuts? So we're going to put a stop block in, which is just a piece of wood with a clamp, so that every time we push it up against an inanimate object over and over and over, it always is the same thing. So we're going to get the tape measure and go from the outside of the blade to the wood. Make sure that is the exact same measurement. And a good way to cheat is just take your wood right here, line it up, put your stop block right there, and it should be a repeatable cut. We'll verify it, but that's the way we're going to do it. So I'm pretty happy with that. We want to get the clamp on without it moving. Get it down, get it tight so it don't move. Right there, we're seeing that it's an inch. Let's go on this side, and we see that it's an inch. So, another way you can do it is just simply make it a cube, and does it line up? And it does. So we have a lot more of these to make. So I'm going to go ahead and batch these out the exact same way. I'm just going to make a bunch of these till I have, if you're doing this whole project, I would say probably somewhere around the ballpark of 50. If you're doing different colors or different, like this wood floor has all kind of different patterns to it, you can definitely mix it up. So however you want to do it, you just want a lot of them, and then we'll start working on the design. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a bunch. There's no reason to see this. It's just going to be a repeat of the entire thing. So I'm going to go ahead and get those cut. So I just Googled a Minecraft pickaxe and kind of just looked at the on the computer and counted blocks. So like I noticed that the handle was 9 high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, what is definitely, I have found that it works extremely easy for me, was lay my pattern out and slowly start gluing these together. Now, some of this is glued and some of it is not. I have already done some of the handle, and we'll talk about what makes it easy. And so I do still have some other stuff to glue in. Now, with this being a pickaxe, I did alternate some colors just to give it some texture. And then on the, for those that don't know Minecraft, I mean, just think of a pickaxe. You have a wooden handle and a metal, and then up top more wood. So this is acting as the metal. I don't know, diamond or steel or whatever, whatever you want to think of it as. Now, if you're not using wood floor, this could be just simple blocks, paint in whatever color you would want to do. But you almost want to have that finished product because you want that little pixel look of this. So that is what we are going to try to achieve. Now we're going to move to the glue up of this. The way I'm doing mine, and I think it's going to work better. My table is not perfectly level. There's definitely something I've got to get one of these days, a more level workbench. But so I've been gluing these up into sections. I'm sure there's a clamp out there, but I have not found a need for the clamp. I will show you how I'm using it, and a tip I think I've got. We'll see what y'all think. So we're going to move to the next spot. I'm going to move to starting to glue up this. I'm going to work on this section and then work on each section up top. All right, so time for the glue up. Tip of the day. So recently, my wife found these for, I mean, really on sale, like $1 for huge. I've never used Reynolds Wrap non-stick. I don't know why this popped in my brain, but I was wondering if I do glue ups, if it would stick. It works. I don't know if all foil works, but this non-stick worked good. So I just have a, I don't know, quarter inch, not a quarter inch, but about an 1/8 inch scrap plywood. And this stuff does have, the dull side is the non-stick side. And I just simply wrap this thing, you know, it'd be perfect or nothing, but I just simply wrapped it. And this is my glue up spot. And every time I've done it in the past, it has not stick. So the next thing we're gonna glue up is these 4 pieces. Here is the way you want to do it. So I'm just using this ordinary glue. I happen to be using the Titebond 2. So that's what we're going to be using here. So doesn't really matter where you start here, but you want to put just a little bit of glue. For this one, we're going 2 sides. Get a light coat. And then I work about a block at a time, at the most 2. All right, so let me get another one on this. That's almost too much glue. Oop, I'm not on camera, I apologize about that. So just a little bit of glue. All right, now put that there. And let's glue this one up. So a little glue here, little glue there. Doesn't take much. We will be wiping this off because there will be a little bit of a squeeze out. But you want to put that in there so you make basically a block. Now all I'm doing to make these things tight, I'm putting a little pressure in there. I'm going back with a rag, getting the glue off. Oop. And then what I've been doing with this foil is just kind of moving it around a couple times. Wipe the excess off. And then once it's kind of tacky and it'll stick, I actually have been flipping it over and wiping the other side down. And the whole time making sure everything stays lined up. This is super critical that everything stays as a square. So just kind of keep pushing in. If you get a little bit of glue squeeze out, simply wipe it off. And then you're going to move to the next piece. After that dries, 30-40 minutes, we'll put it on our piece until we have this entire piece made up. Now each time I'm doing this, I will keep bringing it back to my piece so that I always know what is my next piece. So I'm going to glue up here. When it's completely dry, I'm going back to this side and putting it where it goes. Once I have a bunch of big pieces, like next I want to get this glued up. But for the next little bit and today, I want to get all this glued up. So I will be doing little pieces at a time and then the big pieces until ultimately we have this as a piece, and then I will be inserting it into that. So let's get it all glued up. Just put a little bit of glue all the way down. So now we're just going to start gluing this up a little bit more. The pieces, the bigger pieces, we'll start putting everything together now. But no different than the smaller pieces when we were doing the 1-inch squares. Get them to fit in, wipe the glue off, make sure that's the fit that you want, and let it dry. No need for a clamp. All right, so we got it done. That is your Minecraft pickaxe. So obviously this video is really interesting for the design, but this was more about crosscut sleds. Highly recommend you making a crosscut sled. So many videos out there. I'll try to find a couple and put them down in the description. I will definitely put Steve Ramsey's, the one I built, his video for that. But hopefully you enjoyed it. I hope one day to make maybe the sword or something, but let me know what you think. Thanks.